God damn, that's a fat ass.
Check. Welcome back. I know for sure the scene no beginning. Take a picture, hold it smoke, don't choke. She might just have a Remy overload. She a sinner. Beat that pussy till it's comatose. She need a minute. Might pull over the rover, you know the windows tinted. We good, but I got questions. How the fuck the back of your pants keep on stretching? How the fuck the buttons hanging on by a thread? Shit. Words on your booty, baby girl, I get the message. Yeah, shit. She belly fit, she belly fit. What's your measurements? Your measurements? Do it again, do it again. I be screaming, let me in, let me in. Something about that booty got it hitting different. All that I can think about is getting in it. Lambo outside, I need you sitting in it. We just gotta worry about you fitting in it. Cause it got the big ass booty in there. Yeah, got the big ass booty in there. Yeah, you got the big ass booty in there. All right, once again, man, this your boy.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Dame Doja. If you're looking to get your interview done or be a guest host on our podcast, hit us up at DozhaToldya.COM. Bump what you heard. Remember who told you? It's DozhaToldya.
Dame Doja. Damn, I don't know why. Okay, there we go. Welcome back. It's DozhaToldya Podcast. Number, what it is, 103. DozhaToldya Podcast 103, man. We still in there, man. Yes, loud claps. Loud claps. Let's get it. Glad that we back. Let me move the mic out the way, man. Hold on. Let me move the mic. Let me move the mic. Nah, shout out Miss VA, man. Y'all see I got my VA t-shirt on. Shout out Miss VA, man, for coming through, man. Happy birthday, Black and Wild. I'm glad Black and Wild. Everybody's birthday. Happy birthday, Marshall, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's birthday was like the other day, man. 'Tis the season to be Pisces. Fa la 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 la. Yeah, man. Run it back, man. Part 2, man. For those that like to stay up a little late and get the real actions, man. Do we have some time for politics and allegations? Politics and allegations. All right. I hype myself up. Yeah. Let's do it, man. Little politics and allegations. Actually, it's been kind of a slow week, man. I ain't gonna front. Been a clean little week, other than the fact that, you know, I went out to Vegas. Did nothing but I gambled just a smidget of gambling and a whole lot of walking. And a whole lot of sleeping, too. Oh, actually, I'm not even supposed to talk about Vegas, actually, when I think about it. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But I sure got my sleep in. We brought the hurricane to Vegas, Florida boys. Me and my Florida boys, we brought the hurricane to Vegas. It was out there. The wind was blowing like Hurricane Andrew out there, man. For real. No bad jokes either. You know, I ain't even got to hit the bad joke button.
But yeah, man, enjoyed my time away. Had to learn a lesson of not flying standby out of Vegas. Definitely don't want to be for standby ticket out of Vegas. But shout out to my cousin who got me the hookup on the benefits package with the ticket. Because that was clutch, you know what I'm saying? It came through for your boy, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. Yes, sir. I got to definitely. Should have. Glad they gave you money. Glad you gave you money. Anyway, we talked about Kanye, but no, we didn't really talk about Kanye. We talked about Diddy. So what we can get back into, let's see. I never really talked about Cam getting beat. Well, not even beat up. Actually, they tried to beat up Cam. Oh, they tried to sneak up on my boy Cam. See what? See this the part right here. This guy right here, like he wants to kind of like jump Cam. Cam, I got something going on. I want to do. He about to have him hemmed up. Then dude say, "Oh no," and so boom, that don't work. That boy go through tackles like it ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Big old defensive lineman. Y'all ain't going to take the camera down. Boom, he's still up. Boom, now they own him. So like they say, maybe Cam was the aggressor from the jump. A lot of folks never seen this part of the footage that Cam had your boy hemmed. And then them boys, you know what I'm saying, went to jumping on Cam. What's that flew out of nowhere? Y'all see that? Nigga was out there picking up trash and they said, fuck that. Hold on, y'all see that? Somebody was out there picking up trash. They said, hey man, fuck that. These ninjas is fighting and I gotta get out of here. I don't need this. He might have wanted to keep the stick. Talking about pull out the stick. That's crazy. Anyway, so, boom. Try to get on my boy Cam. They on him. In fact, let me get my theme music together because we're gonna have to narrate this here. We're gonna have to narrate this here, man. Boom. They all on. All right, so boom. But that is a key factor. This nigga Cam never lost his hat. This nigga Cam got on a top hat. How he got on a hat like that with some glasses on? Cam had started the fight with a top hat, some glasses. Got started hemming the man up. Them boys was like, nah, man, we ain't going for it. So they like, boom, we ain't going. They all on him. But they still never really got the best of Cam. Staff had to come break it up. And it is what it is. It's quite the shame. And them folks jumped on Cam like that.
Shit. I got it all like that. This nigga trying to get the trim. Who he the fuck he think he is?
I got something for you. See one of them. Hey, come on, watch it. Stop.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know, man. And some folks didn't even realize that Cam might have been the aggressive. Definitely gonna go, should go well for his ratings. Show should do well now. Go heal some folks up and now watch. Nah, let me stop promoting for my boy. All right, so who else we gonna talk about? Who else we gonna promote out here? That boy Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar was out here dropping knowledge on a couple of shows. He out here on tour. Everybody picking up what he putting down, or are they? Nick Cannon, he was on the Nick Cannon show and he was on another podcast. I can't remember just yet, but I'll pull it up.
Did I do something wrong?
Oh, I think he was on the Lil Yachty podcast. But let's check out Dr. Umar on Nick Cannon.
By wearing a dress in my younger years.
I want to quote one of...
Sitting on this couch talking to a professional. Did I go wrong? Did I do something wrong by wearing a dress in my younger years?
I want to quote one of our elder grandmaster teachers, Professor James Small.
Yes.
He said, in response to a question about movies, media, and entertainment, he said, all content has intent. When you sit down and watch an hour and 45-minute long movie,
right,
and you know this better than most, being the successful actor you are, everything that you saw on that final cut, from the color to the background objects, to the pictures, to the clothing, to the conversation, to the symbolism, everything had a purpose in communicating the overall message of that movie.
yes,
So if we will admit that entertainment is a weapon of indoctrination, in an age where we see a war against not only the life of black men, but the survival of black masculinity, how can a black man putting on a dress not be a problem?
I would bring it back to everything that I just said. What is the issue? And again, because by that means you're telling me you have an issue with understanding the feminine within the black man.
But I want us to make sure we draw a distinction between feminine energy and female sexuality. Because when you spoke earlier about being secure in your masculine and being able to entertain your feminine, I can respect that.
Right.
But we're not talking about entertaining the feminine, because we all have that balance within us.
Right.
But masculine and feminine energy is not the same as male sexuality and female sexuality. So for example, certain feminine trait, patience is a feminine trait.
Absolutely.
You see that. Tolerance is a feminine trait. So when Dr. Umar says, absolutely, I can step into my feminine to nurture my queen.
Right.
Nurture my children.
Right.
I'm gonna step into my masculine to provide for my queen and protect my children.
Facts.
But when we talk about female sexuality,
And the images.
absolutely, for children who consume more television, per capita than any other ethnic group in America. So the messages you put in those movies are going to hit our children 50 times harder because they're more dependent on television than anyone else. And they're less likely to have a father at home, Nick. So you're talking about a black male role model who took me this far in my life as a masculine example. And now you're going to put this on, which is now going to force me as an innocent child to entertain all of what can come from putting on that dress.
So then what about the empathy for the community that, because now, probably now more than ever, before we saw, Jamie as Wanda and it was hilarious. You know what I mean? We saw Martin as Shanae, it was hilarious. We saw Eddie and the Clumps, hilarious. But the conversation about being transgender wasn't as loud.
Yes.
The conversation about the rights for the LGBTQ plus community wasn't as loud. So now, though, that imagery actually stands for something more than just a laugh.
My point.
So, but now but in an empathetic form, we want, our family in the transgender community to not be discriminated against. Not to be in a state, because we'll talk about this in a minute too, to be suicidal.
Yes.
Not to be in a state where they're looked down upon in society.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, it's the body of earthlings. We are all human beings. We're all one.
Okay.
So in that sense, as much as one child or one household may look down upon a black man in a dress, there's other households and communities that see that as liberating.
Okay. What y'all feel about that? How y'all feel? How we feel? How we feel? I ain't gonna front. Your boy was giving it up, know what I'm saying? That boy Nick Cannon was out there giving it up. Dr. Umar was too. I might have to check that out. A little further. My boy Dr. Umar, man, out here doing.
I'm going to give some of this blame to the hip hop community.
Right.
Because I've seen hip hop artists defend, and I've seen non-hip hop artists. So not only them, I've seen black people defend white people's or non-African people's usage of the N-word.
Well, this is where we have to.
And let me say this before you respond to that. I have a big problem with it, Nick, because no word in human history has been used so definitively and intently to disgrace and dehumanize an entire population like that N-word. And then, stay with me, Nick, I've seen white women come and try to argue that calling me Karen is equal to calling you the N-word.
We're not going to entertain that. That's silly.
I've had white women come and say calling me the snow bunny is equivalent to calling you the N-word. No, it's not.
That's ridiculous.
And let me finish with this one line. And the reason it's not, or one of the reasons, is the N-word was codified structurally by the U.S. government to dehumanize African people. Snow bunny, Karen, or any other word was never codified and backed up with the power of an entire government to dehumanize the people.
Now, let me offer this up. And obviously, we know this is going to go viral. We know this is going to create a conversation. But let's call it for what it is. I don't even respect the whole term, the N-word. Because first of all, if we're going to say it, let's just say it. But secondly, if you're going to say it, it's in words. And what we have to offer up, and we got to be real, because you're an orator, you're a linguist, you're one who knows that just a slight alteration, a nuance in a term, you add a comma or something on something, and it's a completely different word in multiple languages. So the word nigger and the word nigga are two completely different words. Even if we want to say nigas, which is how it's written out in the term of Ethiopian, which means king, but I'm gonna only offer this, I only say that to say.
How are they different though? The nigga with the nigga.
So we know the word nigger with the hard R is created for
Dehumanization purposes.
Exactly. Dehumanization, it is at this point been classified as a racial slur.
Absolutely.
Nigga, from as we know, it was broken down. Even if it started in that space, it actually doesn't come from the word nigger.
Okay.
It comes from the word as, and you can go back and even listen to it from even Dr. King's speeches, is the idea of Negro, who then in the slang terminology, they start to call them Negroes.
Okay.
So it went from Negro to Negroes to nigger. It didn't go from nigger to nigga. It sounds like that's what we did.
Okay.
But if you do the history, which I've actually done papers on this, we went from Negroes, which we embraced, which just meant black. And it went from Negroes to then in the Southern term we start saying Negroes.
Okay.
And then we know this.
Let's
Negroes
assume that
this,
history
Negroes
is correct.
That. Even we've heard, like I said, in Dr. King's Negroes. Instead of saying
Let's
Negroes.
assume that's correct.
And it's factual.
Stay with me.
And then we went to nigger, so there was never that was not the same term as nigger, the dehumanizing term.
Let's assume your premise is correct.
Okay.
Do you think that our brothers on the street who call each other nigger are doing it because they understand that history? Or did they take the pejorative term that was used to disgrace their race, remix it, and use it? In other words, when our people use the NIGGA, they are borrowing the NIGGER, and they are simply modifying it for social purposes. The point that I'm making, Brother Nick, is I believe psychologically, it still carries the same stain of dishonor.
Okay. So, and then, because I don't, I'm just offering up.
In other words, if we have a guest speaker, and I say we got a nigga coming to the stage, is anybody expecting an attorney, a Nick Cannon, an engineer, an entrepreneur, a surgeon, a doctor, a psychologist, when you use the word NIGGA, do you really believe that anybody, black or white, expects the person attached to that title to be something their children can look up to? And if the answer is no, NIGGA is just as disgraceful as NIGGER. And I'm going to give some of this blame to the hip hop community.
Yeah. All right. That's interesting. Dr. Umar, man, been coming through, man. You know, I mean, I know he got a lot of other stuff going on, but good point. But Nick Cannon had an excellent point. Negro, if you don't such and such, what would I say? Nigga came from Negro. Okay. How y'all feel, man? What y'all let me know in the comments how y'all feel. And they probably gonna suppress this anyway, because they don't want us talking about the N word anyway. I think it's over with. As far as the use of the word and being mad about somebody using it, that's over with. It's already a few white folks that I used it in work and rap, and it's gonna go. So it is what it is. Just don't be disrespectful.
Right.
Because
just don't be disrespectful. My bad. Like I am. I'm just disrespectful with Nick Cannon and Dr. Umar debate the usage of the word. All right, man. Keeping this thing moving on. What else we got for y'all, man? I know I just kind of went into a whole Dr. Umar. I skipped Meat Mill. I'm going to give Meat Mill the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to give Meat Mill the benefit of the doubt. But we can talk about Miami. We could talk about Miami cereal for dinner. Florida is getting drones licensed and charging $100. Yeah, that's gonna be scary. When the police start using drones, bro, having drones flying around, tape record people what they doing, that's gonna be scary. Outside of that, they've canceled Miami spring break. In case anybody don't know what's going on, Florida, Miami, Florida to be exact, says, hey, don't come down here for no spring break. No spring or no break. Don't come down here to this beach. We good on y'all. Yeah, that is a funny face. Hold on, I got distracted. But let me let y'all see. Let y'all see the commercial that they made for yeah, I got my bad, I'm a little off.
Isn't working anymore.
And it's not us, it's you. We just want different things.
Our idea of a good time is relaxing on the beach.
Hitting up a spa. Or checking out a new restaurant.
You just want to get drunk in public and ignore laws.
Hey man, this is not an intervention. Hold on, don't go anywhere. Before you decide to go anywhere, hold on. This is not an intervention. This is just a quick commercial that them folks put together for all, I said, you Negroes, I said, all you Negroes that want to go down to Miami thinking that you gonna, breathe up the white folks there.
Hey, we need to talk.
This isn't working anymore.
And it's not us, it's you. We just want different things.
Our idea of a good time is relaxing on the beach.
Hitting up a spa. Or checking out a new restaurant.
You just want to get drunk in public and ignore laws.
Wait. Hey, that's where it's kind of, it kind of take a turn. It kind of take a turn right there, man. They say you just want to get drunk in public and ignore laws. Like, who don't drink and want to get drunk in public? Is that just... That's crazy. That's wild. But that's like kind of like where it shifts at. That's where it shifts.
Our idea of a good time is relaxing on the beach.
Hitting up a spa. Or checking out a new restaurant.
Hitting the spa. She would have hitting the spa. Our idea is hitting the spa.
You just want to get drunk in public and ignore laws.
Do you even remember what happened last March?
Boom. So what happened last March? It was, okay, fatal shootings prompt overnight Miami Beach. There was midnight curfew. Miami Beach extends spring break emergency with liquor store cut off.
That was our breaking point, so we're breaking up with you.
Hold on, what?
And don't try to apologize and come crawling back.
Hey, what they mean though? Like, for real, like, how can they break up with spring break? Them folks could just go to another beach. Like, for one, they folks could just go to any beach they want to go to. They been going to Daytona, you know. Folks could, like, just go to North Miami Beach instead of South Miami Beach. No more South Beach. All right, cool. Hey, man, hit up North Miami Beach.
This isn't safe, so we're done.
And just so you know, we're serious.
This March, you can expect things like curfews.
Okay, here we go. Curfews. This is what they finna give you, Negroes who think you finna go down to Miami for spring break and be all in them people beach.
Bag checks and restricted beach access.
DUI checkpoints, $100 parking.
$100 parking. Oh no! Hold on. Guess what? Miami Beach, $100 parking. That's where we draw the line at.
And strong police enforcement for drug possession and violence.
Oh, shit. Don't they always have strong? But now let's go back to one. Let's go back.
Checks and restricted beach access.
DUI checkpoints, $100 parking.
$100 parking. So they basically said, hey, man, go broke if you wanna. Them folks gonna get that $100. Say, that's all you had to say. It's already $100 parking in Magic City. Yeah. That's all you had to say. Can we still get in the water? Psych. We ain't gonna get in no water. We just go act like we gonna get in the water just so we can chill on the strip. Yes, sir. Think you gonna get rid of us that easy? $100 parking. Bah. Check my bags. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's all on my nut sacks. Yeah. Pause, man. But yeah. $100 parking. Folks think
And strong police enforcement for drug possession and violence.
Don't forget that.
Whatever it takes, because it's time to move on.
Maybe we can talk when you're done with your spring break phase, but until then.
Wow.
Hey, we need to talk.
Never before done. A beach breaks up. Well, who is it breaking up with exactly? I can't really even help but to say the beach is breaking up with the blacks. Miami Beach is breaking up with the blacks. You niggers. Need y'all coming down here for Memorial Day. They still coming. They're not going to watch this. They're not going to get the memo. They're just going to get down there and be like, damn, they're shaking our bags. Why are they doing this? Damn, it's a curfew? They saying we can't go down there after 6? Why are they doing this? What you mean DUI checkpoints? Them folks just say they finna go down there and just arrest a bunch of, that's all they really, at least they kind of gave a heads up. Guess what? Them folks ain't gonna even care. They still gonna go. They not even gonna know not to go. All right, man. we get into this Trump before we get up out of here, because it was a big week for Trump. We got some politics. Not much allegations. We already talked about the allegations last show, and the fact that that boy Shannon ain't gonna beat them allegations. But politics, man. Let's go it. Good week for Donald Trump. He's stalling out the courts. Even though he has 91 indictments, he's stalling out in the courts. Even with this Fannie Willis hearing and stuff, ain't nothing but a good stall game. It ain't even gonna stop the indictments or anything like that. People think that Young Thug coming home because what Fannie Willis got going on with Donald Trump. That shit ain't got nothing to do with none of that shit. But anyway, maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. And I hope I'm right about me saying that these folks ain't gonna let Donald Trump be the president. I hope I'm right. But it's been one of those weeks. Supreme Court ruled 9-0 that they couldn't remove Trump from the ballot. You know what I'm saying? That boy Trump turned into what's his name?
I am working with a number of my colleagues, including. I'm
gonna think of it after I watch this video. Let's watch this video. What they say about Trump. They was mad.
I am working with a number of my colleagues, including Debbie Wasserman Schultz and Eric Swalwell, to revive legislation that we had to set up a process by which we could determine that someone who committed insurrection is disqualified by Section 3 of the 14th Amendment. And the House of Representatives already impeached Donald Trump for participating in insurrection by inciting it. So the House has already pronounced upon that. And I am working with a number of my colleagues, including Debbie Wasserman.
Yeah, so that is also something that I wanted to mention earlier in the show, but that's just kind of some of the facts. That folks be like, it wasn't an insurrection. Now, like, people have a way of forgetting, a way of having very, very light memories.
Disappointment. My larger reaction is disappointment. I do believe that states should be able, under our Constitution, to bar oath-breaking insurrectionists. And ultimately, this decision leaves open the door for Congress to act, to pass authorizing legislation. But we know that Congress is a nearly non-functioning body. So ultimately, it will be up to the American voters to save our democracy in November.
This was a unanimous decision, and my larger reaction is disappointment.
Definitely disappointment. Definitely. Everybody disappointed. They were like, oh man, how y'all gonna let this trading motherfucker get on the ballot? But just in case y'all don't know what's going on, here go another.
President again. Well, here we are, you guys. Donald Trump is now the presumptive GOP nominee for president again for a third time.
Here we go again, man. Same old shit, dog. Just a different day, man. This is more. I can't even remember what. Oh, this is Seth Myers. The night show with Seth Myers. Good montage about what's going on right now. What I was speaking with earlier and saying, it is what it is. It's just what we have to deal with.
Well, here we are, you guys. Donald Trump is now the presumptive GOP nominee for president again for a third time, despite the fact that he's a twice impeached, four-time criminal indictee and racist who's been found liable for fraud and sexual abuse, banned from doing business in the state of New York for 3 years, owes over $500 million in fine, took millions from foreign governments while he was president, tried to extort a foreign country to interfere in an election in 2020, and encouraged another to help him win in 2016, actively undermined the nation's response to a once-in-a-lifetime pandemic, and let a deadly disease spiral out of control. It's about to go on trial for breaking campaign finance laws by paying hush money to cover up an affair during the 2016 campaign. Orchestrated a months-long coup attempt that culminated in a violent insurrection to disrupt the peaceful transfer of power and install him as an unelected dictator. Stole classified documents and obstructed attempts to get them back, has never once won the popular vote and has been routinely rejected by a majority of Americans in election after election. Spews deranged conspiracy theories about everything from climate change to immigration to vaccines to windmills, glitches on 3-syllable words, 2-syllable words, and 1-syllable words, cheats at golf. Can't spell his own name, his wife's name, or the words indicted, education, unprecedented, stolen, Denmark, Kentucky, or tap. And is, on top of everything else, the single weirdest and most off-putting human being on the face of the planet. And this is the same planet Ted Cruz lives on, so that's saying something.
Yeah, Ted Cruz is a little punk. But everybody has endorsed old Donald T.
Well, here we are, you guys.
Everybody has endorsed him. They just sure about it this time. They gonna say he cheated again. It's like they gonna Debo. They basically gonna Debo the presidency out of America. Y'all better give it to us. Y'all better give it to us, or I'm gonna punch you in the face. Yeah, it get kind of crazy out there, man. But meantime, in between time, Nikki Haley is out of there. Now Donald T. And he's facing 91 indictments still. That doesn't matter. It's like folks want him to become a president again, and then they're gonna be like, what indictments? I'm the president. Beat it. Now let me get back to work. I don't know. This is just the weirdest time in a long time, you know what I'm saying, ever. I was finna say it a long time, but actually it's just the weirdest time ever. Some weird shit. Just to be honest. Meanwhile, check out my boy Joe.
Look over here, Mr. President.
My boy Joe. He said, oh shit. So goddamn Negroes showed up. They showed up at the State of the Union. Whoa. Oh man. I wasn't expecting to see this on the other end. Good old Joe, man. Said my boy Joe slow, man. My boy Joe ain't slow, man. My boy Joe ain't slow, man. He might move a little. But yeah. I'm missing it right now. Everybody that watched the show, y'all all missed it. But it's all good. We gonna get the clips up and play it next week. Clips from the State of the Union address. See what old Joe was talking about. See what old Joe was talking about. The State of the Union address is on tonight. So that's interesting. Meanwhile, they say Kamala Harris was jamming, having drinks, throwing parties. Kamala Harris, they throwing parties with the VP.
With the head, yeah, money talk. Oh my, look at her butt.
This event means to me, it's put everything into perspective. It shows me everything is possible. My vice president is black. What you mean I can't do it?
Okay, so now Kamala Harris, the vice president of the United States, who's also a Howard University graduate, invited a bunch of influencers, I think, to her home. A bunch of, it looked like she invited a bunch of college people, kids. I'm going to just say that to be safe. Well, my boy said, my vice president is black. What can I do? Hey, that's inspiration.
When I look out at this group of leaders, I know that the future of our country is bright. Our nation needs you, and I look forward to your continuing leadership. Welcome to the house party at VP.
Being here at Vice President Harris's home tonight was an absolute honor. The embodiment of black excellence in the room was overwhelming, and I'm just so honored.
Coming to an event like this is just gratifying. I mean, when you really choose God and put Him first in all that you do, He will just open up many doors for you. When you seek Him first, all will be added unto you. And so I'm blessed to be a part of this event.
I am so excited to be here, to be in the home of the first African-American female vice president of the United States means everything to me. And I'm just so excited to be here, so thank you so much for the opportunity.
All right. Seemed like a great place, a great time. Definitely. I'm very happy to be here. I'm very happy to be here. Everybody had, I'm very happy to be here face on. They was in there playing Sexy Red, they said. They was in there tipping on 4-4s. Know somebody had to twerk. They in the vice president house twerking. Know somebody had twerked that night. They ain't showed it in that video, but you know somebody twerked that night. All right, man. I guess we can go ahead and get. There's a couple of things I'll skip. The folks want us to eat cereal for dinner. I should have asked her about the cereal. Yeah, man. President of Kellogg's, Corn Flakes, Rice Krispies, Frosted Flakes, Raisin Bran, Pops, Special K, and on a few. I thought I was the only one. He think he putting us on to some news where my boy say, Kellogg's CEO suggests people should eat cereal for dinner to save money. Meanwhile, you'll buy a big-ass box of cereal that costs $5.60. That still be the same box that they used to sell for $3 at the same amount. A big old bag of air. And some cornflakes at the bottom. Everybody dropping whipping the dope. Oh, it's another one. My algorithm be feeding me. They know. They know I'll be about that life. All right, man, I guess I'll move on. I did kind of move on, but I'm supposed to be talking about the cereal for dinner.
And it tends to be a great destination when consumers are under pressure. So some of the things that we're doing is first messaging. We got to reach the consumer where they are. So we're advertising about cereal for dinner. If you think about the cost of cereal for a family versus what they might otherwise do, that's going to be much more affordable.
I'm all for innovation and marketing, but the idea of having cereal for dinner, is there the potential for that to land the wrong way?
We don't think so. In fact, it's landing really well right now, Carl. When we look at all of our data, of course, we would know that breakfast cereal is the #1 choice for in-home consumption. We understand that for breakfast. It turns out that over 25% of our consumption is outside the breakfast occasion. A lot of it's at dinner, and that occasion continues to grow, as well as the snacking occasion. But cereal for dinner is something that is probably more on trend now, and we would expect to continue as that consumer is under pressure. The cereal category has always been quite affordable, and it tends to be a great destination when consumers are under pressure. So some of the things that we're doing is first messaging. We got to reach the consumer where they are. So we're advertising about cereal for dinner. If you think about the cost of cereal for a family versus what they might otherwise do, that's going to be much more affordable.
I'm all for
Yeah, effing right. You think you stole that? I mean, you think you came up with that on your own? Stole that from the black community. We've been having cereal for dinner. Folks talking about save money. Meanwhile, their profits going up. Say Kellogg's raised prices by 14% from quarter 2 of 2022 to quarter 2 of 2023. The company's profits jumped. Then the execs shared plans to spend more on stock buybacks and larger dividends. Now a CEO suggests that Americans struggling with higher food costs eat their cereal for dinner.
The company then reported better than expected profits. Kellogg's raised prices 14% from the second quarter of 2022 to the second quarter of 2023. The company then reported better than expected profits, and executives shared plans to spend more on stock buybacks and larger dividends. Newsflash, corporations have been using inflation as cover to squeeze more money out of you. Kellogg's raised prices 14% from the second quarter of 2022 to the second quarter of 2023. The company then
probably only put like a little bit of Frosted Flakes in that big ass box and said that it was the jumbo edition. I need me drugs, y'all. Having a bit of a truck issue here with my tooth. All right, I'm gonna keep on moving then. I'm gonna keep on moving. Talk about a little sports. Let's see. Russell Wilson. They finally let go Russell Wilson. We also already talked about the fact that they was gonna let go Russell Wilson. And we knew it from the jump.
And I didn't believe it at first. I was like, this can't be real. And I got that call that, hey, we're gonna, and so we beat Green Bay, Kansas City, we beat them. And as you mentioned earlier, that's when I got that call, and I was like, I'm confused what's going on. And I didn't believe it at first. I was like, this can't be real. And I got that call that, hey, we're gonna bench you for the next 9 games if you don't change your injury guarantee. So for me,
but be clear here, it's not, they don't want to bench you because of play. They're saying they're benching you because they want you to take out the injury guarantee.
Yeah, they want to push back my injury guarantee and remove it for that rest of the year, so that way if I get injured, that they don't have to pay it.
But that's why as a player, it doesn't even make sense to do that, because you think of those Alex Smith moments, and then hell, you can even go back to college, like Willis McGahee, I believe it was, at the U. One of his last games going into NFL, he tears everything in, or maybe it's Frank Gore, everything in their knee.
I didn't want to set a precedent for players to remove their injury guarantees. too as well. And so it was no way I was going to do that. And so when they said that we're going to bench you, I said, all right, that's what you want to do.
Bro, that's like extortion. Like, you got the NFLPA involved, attorneys involved, like obviously.
Well,
like,
I didn't want to, but then they kept saying it all the way throughout the week. So then, my agent talked to the NFLPA. The NFLPA called me to ask, and then they talked to the NFL. The NFL was like, this is illegal. You can't do this. And so then, all the way throughout Saturday. So I was just like sitting here. I didn't know if I was going to play the following week. We had Monday Night Football against the Buffalo Bills the following week. So I'm like, am I going to play? Am I not? Like,
so you got Russell Wilson in his camp, and then you got the Denver Broncos. Everybody looking at each other. Who gonna make the first move? You gonna sign? You gonna take it?
No, I wasn't gonna do it.
You wasn't gonna blink?
No shot. I ain't doing that. I ain't taking my injury guarantee. But so now I'm sitting there like, okay, well, we'll see what happens. So then the whole week, and I get back on Monday. I still don't know necessarily what's gonna happen. And on that Monday, that's when I meet with Sean, and Sean's like, hey, don't forget like nothing happened. You're gonna play this week against Buffalo. We got a big game against Buffalo. You gotta go win on Monday Night Football. And I'm like, all right.
That's cold-blooded. That's cold-blooded. Where will Russell Wilson go? Some think that he may be a fit in Washington. Some think that he might be a fit in Atlanta. They definitely don't want him to come to Atlanta. Some think he might be a fit in Pittsburgh. Where would Russell Wilson land? It's the real question. Y'all think he gonna stop being Russell? Russell still got a couple of good years ahead of him. Most definitely.
And so, little future, he's 9 months at the time or whatever, and he crawls in my lap, and it was like, this is gonna be my responsibility. God, I remember leaving that night, and God saying, God saying to me, raising this child, it's gonna be your responsibility. Mm. And realizing that, praying that, God, are you sure this is what you want me to do? Say, son, this is for you.
The first night?
Yeah, the first night. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be your responsibility. And was
that scary?
Oh yeah, I think scary just in the sense of, not scary, but it was more so an opportunity. Like, okay, God, this is what you want me to do. This is, stepping in to raise, a child with C and this and that, and realizing that, okay, God, like, I know she's the one for me, but also too, I'm gonna take this responsibility as well. Like, okay, like, and I was ready for that. I was ready to, I love children, as you know, I love kids and everything else, but it was like, man, to help raise a child and everything else, understanding that, okay, God, you're gonna give me this opportunity. What a gift. Even Jesus himself, like Joseph was a stepdad. I was like, okay, it wasn't biologically his. So I'm like, okay, God, you're gonna give me this opportunity to love the way that you were loved.
Boom. Not so bad, man. I don't say they had a good little press run. I don't know why they be hating on that boy, but I know that he ain't gonna be able to come to Atlanta. Definitely wouldn't suggest that. Maybe he might go to Carolina. I could see him landing in Carolina or Chicago. Russell Wilson had him a career. Definitely still be able to do something, man. I know he fumbled the ball a lot in Denver. Not just that,
There is Pete Carroll right now, and where is Russell Wilson right now? Both of them about to be unemployed. One thing I'll say, and this is really a life lesson, comparison is a thief of joy. Because where is Pete Carroll right now, and where is Russell Wilson right now? Both of them about to be unemployed.
They are.
Unemployed. Maybe the greatest coach in Seattle Seahawks history, and maybe the greatest quarterback in Seattle Seahawks history, and less than 2 years after the breakup, they're both unemployed because they both thought they had it better without the other person. Comparison, just robbing their joy. Pete Carroll's one of the greatest we've ever seen coach at any level. Russell Wilson, one of the greatest we've seen of this generation, particularly as it pertains to winning. And now Russ about to be unemployed starting Friday, March 13th, or March 13th, whatever date that is on the calendar. And Pete Carroll unemployed as of the last 3 weeks. And y'all could have been together. And if not happy, y'all could have been successful. One thing I'll say, and this is really a life lesson, comparison is a thief of joy. Because where is Pete Carroll right now, and where is Russell Wilson right now? Both of them about to be unemployed.
Yeah, it was some bad trade. Probably one of the worst trades ever. Russell Wilson going to the Broncos. All right, so keeping it moving. Jason Kelce retired. That was kind of a sad
Almost
moment.
everything together. Competed, fought, laughed.
That was kind of a sad
cried.
moment. Brother to brother, man. These are moments before we get up out of here, man. Brother to brother.
We did almost everything together. Competed, fought, laughed, cried, and learned from each other. We invented games, imagined ourselves as star players of that time. We'd envisioned making the winning plays day after day on Kohler Ridge Road. We won countless Super Bowls in our minds before ever leaving the house. We did almost everything together.
Yeah, man. Jason Kelce, man. Travis Kelce. That's a beautiful situation, man. And he did what he had to do. He at least played in the Super Bowl. He didn't win, but his brother got it. His brother got it for the family.
Enjoy your family, brother.
Yeah, see, Shaq told him to enjoy your family. Jason Kelce, man, salute, man. Congratulations.
My advice to you is if you are going to retire,
yes,
accept it. Enjoy your family, brother.
Thank you.
I made a lot of dumb mistakes to where I lost my family and I didn't have anybody. That's not the case for you, so enjoy your beautiful wife, enjoy your beautiful kids, and never dwell on what we had. Yeah. What we had is what we got. You got the ring. People know who you are. Enjoy it. Because again, I was an idiot, and I've talked about this a long time. Lost my whole family. Spent a 100,000 square foot house by myself. My advice to you is...
Oh, they did get a ring, didn't it? Did Philadelphia end up getting them a ring? Both the Kelce brothers got the ring and have been to multiple Super Bowls. Congratulations, man. Right off in the sunset, my boy. No more tush push. Pause. All right, get out of here. Before we get out of here, let's talk about LeBron James. LeBron James, give up the props to LeBron James. LeBron James, the first player in the world in the NBA. I'm talking about the world, Craig. To score 4,000 points.
Yeah, March 2nd, 2024, the first player ever to score 40,000 points. It's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. Can't even lie. I ain't got nothing to say, man.
March 2nd.
Yeah, March 2nd, 2024, the first player ever to score 40,000 points. It's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. Can't even lie. I ain't got nothing.
Okay, March 2nd. March 2nd, 2024. That know what them numbers is. That might be a number. And people got the type of parents be like, oh, that's a number. Don't play that number. 3/2/2024. That's a number. But yeah, man, he got his award-winning bucket. Not award-winning, but you know, it's one hell of a feat. They didn't necessarily win the game that night, but that's negativity that I ain't got to dwell on. Congratulations to LeBron James. Like I said, y'all won. He won me over. Y'all
Take
won.
a shot of this. James against Porter. Drive, spins, gets inside. It's good. It's 40,000 for LeBron James.
40,000. Yeah, that's some Yeah, congratulations, man. $40,000 points. We about to go ahead and get up out of here, man. I think I put together a couple of clips that we can close out with. Just kind of crazy clips that I be watching all throughout the week.
Because we weren't allowed to laugh on those plantations. This is stuff that lives in us, y'all. This ain't nothing new, y'all. That's why y'all going, oh, what? Yeah, it lives in us. That doesn't just go away. You know why black people run away when we laugh? Because we weren't allowed to laugh on those plantations. This is stuff.
Come on now. Hold on, man. I got to stop her right there. I got to call cap on that, man. Taraji P. I mean, I understand we wasn't allowed to laugh, but that ain't why we run away. You know, you got some folks that might jump on the floor. This lady said, do you want to know why black people run away when they what?
You know why black people run away when we laugh? Because we weren't allowed to laugh on those plantations. This is stuff that lives in us, y'all. This ain't nothing new, y'all. That's why y'all going, oh, what? Yeah, it lives in us. That doesn't just go away, like she said.
You are part
And
of
if
the
we
Rebel
don't
Line.
start unpacking it seriously, it will also be the end of us.
No, Cap.
No. That is.
You know why black people run away when we laugh? Because we weren't allowed to laugh on those plantations. This is stuff that lives in us, y'all.
Yeah, man, I don't know about this right here, man. Taraji P, you got to, that ain't it. Nah, Taraji, you got to come with another one with that one. I know that was just taking her stuff out of context because she had a lot more she had said, so I ain't really dissing her. But that was kind of funny. Okay, let's watch another good clip that I figured that you guys would find interesting.
Full meal here for $2. Americans are.
I don't know why y'all talking about the Mexicans. And Donald Trump always talking about the Mexicans like, to give people a perception like the Mexicans is doing so bad. Like Mexico is just, a messed up place. But this is what my boy got to say about good old Mexico.
They're so broke and they don't even realize it. I always get Americans tell me, oh, but Americans are so broke and they don't even realize it. I always get Americans tell me, oh, but people in Mexico only make $20 a day. You can get a full meal here for $2. The metro in Mexico City costs 5 pesos, which is like 25 cents. I can go to the market right now and buy 3 kilos of mangoes for like $2. Yeah, people make less money here, but the cost of living is also lower. Americans think that everywhere is like the US. Now, check this out. Let's say you live in the US and you make $3,500 a month after taxes. I'm being generous. Rent, $2,000. Car payment, $500. Car insurance, $200. Health insurance, $200. Phone bill, $100. Wi-Fi bill, $50. Light bill, $150. Water bill, $100. What's the point of making more money if you don't get to keep any of it? Who cares if you make $4,000 a month if you don't get to keep any of it? 60% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, and that includes half of six-figure earners. 80% of you guys are in debt and don't own anything, and half of you guys don't even have $500 in your savings account. But let's call other countries poor and let's call other people poor. Living paycheck to paycheck your whole life and being in debt your whole life should be considered poverty, but it's not. And I know this is gonna hurt a lot of Americans, but it's the truth. The US system wants you to spend every waking moment of your life working and paying into a system that will never benefit you. Slaving away your whole life just to be retired for a measly 10 years. At least here in Mexico, we own our things, we own our houses, we own our cars, we're not in debt. But anyways, that's a story for another day. Let me know what you guys think.
Yeah, my boy say, oh man, y'all caught me. I was about to hang it up on my boy. He went dropping too many facts. Y'all know facts make me sleepy. Real nigga, what's up? Real nigga, what's up? All right, who we got? Florida man allegedly held woman for $200 ransom in motel after learning she was transgender. He told the victim's friend he felt disrespected and expressed concern that a sexual encounter with a trans woman will violate his beliefs as a black Hebrew. I can't go back around the brothers if they find out that I had a transgender last night. You ain't going nowhere. Oh, man. That's right. Florida. That's what you got to look forward to. Good old home state. Florida man said, damn.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother? Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
The boy say, nah, man, I couldn't do it, man. It felt like he would have came through with the good old transgender. And would have pulled up on him. Nah, man, Florida man. Florida man always getting into some wild ass shit. All right, what else we got?
Trying a campaign slogan of Make America 2019 Again. Just listen to Tim Scott celebrating Trump's win last night.
President Trump spoke to the voters today across our country, Republicans, Democrats, and independents, about the future. We have to go back to that future, 2017 to 2020.
Nope, it's not a 3-year term. Not a 3-year term, 2017 to 2020. Trump was president from 2017 to 2021, not 2020. I promise you I was there. And this is the whole game. Donald Trump Republicans want you to chop an entire year off the end of Trump's term, as if he just gets his political mulligan for the catastrophe that was the end of his presidency. They want you to conveniently ignore the mass unemployment, the disruptions to nearly every aspect of our lives, the freezer trucks packed full of bodies. They are trying a campaign slogan of Make America 2019 Again. Just listen to Tim Scott celebrating Trump's win last night.
President Trump spoke to the voters today across our country, Republicans, Democrats, and independents, about the future. We have to go back to that future, 2017 to 2020.
Nope, it's not a 3-year term. Not a 3-year term, 2017 to 2020. Trump was president from 2017 to 2021, not 2020.
Definitely. Thought I'd just share a couple of facts with you guys. They definitely been trying to spend it. People forgot. People have definitely caught amnesia. So we just trying to wake y'all up.
Facts about Donald Trump. They're just facts. Okay. And it's not going to have anything else in it. And I have so much of it here, I don't know whether it hit fanfare. I'm just going to tell you facts about Donald Trump. They're just facts. And it's not going to have anything else in it. And I have so much of it here, I don't know whether to hit fanfare, whether to do it quickly. But so many of these things at one point in time, Stugotz, in American politics, we have gone from I am not a crook of Richard Nixon to no, I'm a crook and I want immunity. and we've gone to that with this set of facts, okay? Mm-hmm. Accused of sexual misconduct by at least 26 women since the 1970s. Called for the execution of 5 wrongly imprisoned teenagers. Ran a real estate business that turned away black tenants.
Seems like you have a lot of these.
Founded a fake university. Oversaw the worst performing casino in Atlantic City. Oversaw a foundation that misused donations for self-dealing while failing to pay victims of 9/11. Spread a conspiracy theory that the first black president of the United States was not born in the United States. That's one page. I have 5. How do I make it nutrients for my audience that every last fact I can put in front of people is fundamentally appalling?
Look, I mean, I think we can really just focus on one. There's only one fact, and I don't understand how everyone has not gotten over it. This man sat in the White House eating pizza and watching cable news while the Capitol was stormed by people waving his flag, attacking police officers, and trying to end our democracy. That's what he did. He spent 5-6 hours eating pizza and watching TV while our Capitol was attacked. That has not happened in any of our lifetimes. I don't know if Stugotz follows the news, but that is something that hasn't happened recently. We have not had a non-peaceful transfer of power since the Civil War. He incited one and then did nothing while these people tried to hang his vice president and attack police officers. Some of them died afterwards. So it is bewildering to me that my former party has nominated this man for the 3rd time after that happened. And we can go down the rest of the fact list. We could talk about how he told black women from America they should go back where they came from. We could go all the way down the list of things that he did. But I just don't understand why that one fact is not enough for us to just move on.
We got to go ahead and get up out of here, man. Ugh, brother. Ooh.
Brother,
I'm gonna use this there forever. I mean, I've used this for the next couple of months.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Yeah, that's basically how I ended the show. I started off pretty hot. Then I ended it with a It's all good, man. I appreciate all the support, man. Everybody, day one, everybody came back for last week. Anybody that wants like to come back, bring a friend for next week. Tell a friend over the week. We definitely appreciate the support. You can follow us on all platforms. Y'all know the drill. Yeah, I think we had a good show though. Talked about everybody doing their thing. Usher, Umar, Diddy, labels firing everybody. Cardi B freestyle. Yeah. Shout out to Cardi, man. She looking great. And we feeling great. This is DozhaToldya Podcast 103, man. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to do. I'm just going to go ahead and close it on down. And tell y'all, catch us next week. Y'all know what it is. We'll be back. Still shining.
I'm working on 9.
You did.
Well,
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Dame Doja. If you're looking to get your interview done or be a guest host on our podcast, hit us up at DozhaToldya.COM. Bump what you heard. Remember who told you? It's Doja Told You.